Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's still the 30th of December and I'm back with another video. Thank you for joining me. How many of you have fallen for this whole pantomime that's going on in the limelight? You know, there is all this talk on the internet and all over YouTube and everywhere else, and it's all about Andrew Tate being arrested for... I've heard different things. People trafficking, rape, and association with organised crime in Romania is what's been printed in Sky News. Have published an article, and all the other usual suspects are publishing articles about this person. Now, they're calling him toxic, misogynistic, irresponsible, toxic, and blah, 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 blah. And if a person is all those things, one has to ask themselves, how comes they get so much airtime? If one's influence is so toxic and bad, you have to ask, well then, if that's the case, why do you promote this character so much, and his life and lifestyle and what he's doing and everything else? Why is it promoted? I mean, at the end of the day, if you control the narrative and you control all the censorship on all the media outlets, why do you promote this toxic individual? I'll tell you why. Because they'll say everything that resonates with you, right? They'll speak out against things, but their views are not cancelled. It's only yours and my views that will get cancelled. These multi-millionaire, billionaire folk, characters that you see swanning around from here, there, jet set lifestyles, cameras all the time, capturing their every life activity. I think they call that a psyop. I think it's known as a psychological operation. You begin to believe that this character that you're seeing with the cameras following him everywhere, you believe is a real person, is basically what it is. You believe that real people go around in the world being filmed constantly about what they're buying, the cars they own, where they live, the houses they own, the things they say. You think that you believe those are real people. You fail to recognize that that's a show that's been put on for you. And it's quite sad. It's quite sad because a lot of the things he says, many real people, those are the feelings of many real people. And the whole point of him being arrested is it's just another one of these fake characters being cancelled for supposedly speaking out, right? So what I'm trying to say is you can't be that silly to believe everything you see on the screen. You know what I mean? You guys shouldn't be that silly to believe everything you see on the screen, and you guys shouldn't really be believing everything you read in the papers. You shouldn't believe everything you see. You shouldn't believe all you. I don't know why you believe everything after you've been told that the information sources that you receive are inconclusive and not clear and distinctive, and let's just say they're not truthful, right? They're not truthful by their own admissions, by the powers that be. They've told you that they've lied about this and they've lied about that, and now you've got allegations of data being hid about this, and these are all important things. These are all massively important things. But however, the show continues to roll on and keep distracting you, and you guys keep getting fooled by these fake characters pretending to be speaking out on your behalf. And this is what's wrong with humanity. They become very weak, and they become almost hypnotized by this show that's constantly running. Yet again, I don't know whether this video will make it out on YouTube. I don't know if I'll get banned, shadow banned, whatever. But to be honest, I don't really care anymore, because the more that this kind of content gets cancelled, the more incentive there is to speak up, because freedom of speech is a basic human right. And when you start to make the public aware that we now have something in the UK called thought crimes, one starts to wonder, why are we using police resources to deal with thought crime when there is blatant violent crime and other activities going on here, there, and everywhere. Why are we doing that? It's a peculiar scenario, isn't it? It's a peculiar scenario that we're going to invest in thought crime rather than try to deal with the actual crime that's going on around us. It's quite sad. It is quite sad, and it's quite worrying. But the fact of the matter is this: many of you will never ever realise what's going on, and many of you are in for a very big shock, massive shock. But we got to stay strong. We got to stay strong. But you should sense that there is a storm coming. You know what I mean? You should sense that if you like me are here living in the UK, you would sense that there is something bubbling underneath the surface, which is gonna impact everybody's lives. You know what I mean? It's gonna impact everybody, and the only reason I say that is because you're being shown all the warning signs constantly. You're constantly being shown the warning signs. So, prepare yourselves, ladies and gentlemen. And my message is always the same: don't fall to fear. You assess the situation and you decide yourselves what it is that you believe is going on, and you act accordingly. It's as simple as that. You're going to be mindless and sit there and follow these instructions to do things that there is no evidence to support is the right thing to do, then you do that. If it makes sense to you, you do that. I'm not on here trying to create a divide in people. That's not my job. That's somebody else's job. Yeah, that's somebody else's job. My job is I'm just here trying to do right by what I believe is good. And I don't believe that we're supposed to just turn a blind eye to evil just because it's easier and more convenient. You know what I mean? So thank you very much for joining me. Don't be fooled by these puppets. It's very, very simple. Don't be fooled by these puppets. Stop following these fake characters that they keep putting on for you. They'll always be there. They're there to take money off you and to convince you that if you give them money, they'll show you the way. You know what I mean? It's boring, man. It's really boring. It's really tedious. It's got really tedious, and it's about time people decided to wake up and just sort yourselves out, ladies and gentlemen. Sort yourselves out. This country's gone to pot because people are just gawping. They're just gawping at stuff. They're just gawping, and it just kind of makes you wonder whether this, you know what I mean? It's hard to keep faith in humanity. It really is. It really is. But I do keep faith in humanity because I've got faith in myself. And if I can see these things, and I know there's others that can see these things, so let's just stop this nonsense, ladies and gentlemen, please. Let's get back to using common sense and a little bit of critical thinking. It goes a long way. Thank you very much for joining me on this video. I'll put out another video. I know that they're not going to get many views, and I don't expect to get thousands of subscribers. It was never really I'm not really doing this for that. This is not really about that. This is about something else. This is about something else. But thank you for joining me, and I shall hopefully see you guys on the channel soon.